Principle number 3, the principle of strength. Hello, my friend, hello. To go backwards or to go forward, to advance, to wait, or to retreat. These are important doubts. During the course of our lives, we face situations, happenings, occasions, and problems. But most times we do not know how to face them or to retreat. We do not really know when to wait or when to go forward. Imagine how often in the past you have been faced with this situation, the same as the rest of us. How many times did you go forward on something instead of waiting for the situation to mature? How do we humans know what we should do and when? My friend, for a long time our decisions, reactions, and behavior on these matters have really been based on our instincts and experience. This way carries a high risk of failure because the chances of being wrong are quite high. You have at least a 90% probability of making the wrong decisions when faced with choices such as advancing on a problem, waiting, or retreating. We can still choose between two possible decisions: our instincts, intuition, and experience, or follow certain laws and principles which can guide us more certainly through these uncertainties. Our life, even if we're not aware of it, obeys laws. Everything that happens to us comes out of just and perfect laws which function in this world. We live in a cosmos of order, in a universe of order, created intelligently by an ordered force, no matter what you may call it. The cosmos, our Creator, has provided all of life with the laws that maintain order, and if we use them consciously, they can guide us through every situation we face. This third principle, the third among 12, says, the light needed for the liberation of the individual has been provided for your use. The principle goes like this: retreat when confronting a stronger force. Wait until it weakens, and then advance with resolution. Back away from a stronger force. Wait until it weakens, and then go forward in a firm, assured manner. As you can see, my companion on the path, if we come to understand this, to be conscious of and follow it, and practice this very wise principle of light, we will be able to avoid 100% of the wrong decisions we make, as well as prevent us from doing wrong to others 100% of the time. Isn't this ability worth having? Let's see, my friend, what the precise meaning of this principle is. The first part is to retreat when confronted by a stronger force. This means we have to stop and step back from it when we recognize it. This is the way to avoid any danger or damage that may result from such an encounter. What obstacles do we see that could prevent us from carrying through with this first part of the principle? Right, you figured it out. The only obstacle is our ability to size up the force that comes up against us. When is it a stronger or weaker force as compared to ours? Now then, if you are the type of person that overestimates yourself, then you would usually be the type of person that has received quite a few blows and problems in life. Because a person who believes he is on top of everything, one who overestimates himself, usually gets into many problems. If you are one of those who underestimates himself, then you overestimate your problems, situations, and the people you deal with. and then you spend most of your life holding back, tormented and unable to do much. As you can see, it is a serious problem. One must be very balanced, awake, and acknowledging always the size of our forces, our value, power, and capabilities to be able to size up the incoming opposing forces. To be able to carry through with the first part of the principle, all you need to have is an impartial judgment. You have to really want from the bottom of your heart to solve your problems. For on this depends whether you are going to continue with them or be free of them. Search within yourself and notice your behavior of the past, analyzing the problems and missed chances in your life which resulted from your actions, plus the reasons why you have not advanced as you wanted. Then you will be able to find the secret that lies behind the image you have of yourself. First, ask yourself, do I over or underestimate myself? Do I consider myself a great thing, or do I consider myself not much of anything? Have I made many mistakes in the past regarding my forces? Second, make a list of 7 people in your life, 7 people that like and appreciate you. Ask them what they think about you. Ask them, do you think that I over or underestimate myself? Let them answer this. It will help you to search within yourself a great deal. The root of the problem is that we are made up of 3 parts, a mental, emotional, and a physical part. Our mental part always overestimates itself. It believes it is the king of the hill, while our emotional part is the cautious one. It is the one that has received the sometimes hard lessons of life. It is the part that has always listened to the you can't do this, you can't do that. So it is the part that always underestimates itself. There is an eternal conflict between the part that overestimates itself, called the personality, and the part that underestimates itself, called the essence, or our emotional part. The one who suffers the effects of this fight between these 2 parts is your body, unless you can arrive at a true and real evaluation of yourself. My friend, your mind and my mind want a lot. We have great imaginations. Our minds go into fantasy quite a bit. But finally, you must remember that it is not our minds which do the things that we want in life. Our mind always puts us into problems, our undesirable situations. On the other hand, our emotions, our impulses, the part within us that underestimates itself, the part that has registered all of the failures we have had during our lives, gets smaller each day. It tends to keep us in a corner, not letting us try situations for fear of failure. These 2 parts, my friend, must make peace between themselves, and the only way to accomplish this is to objectively analyze yourself. Do an evaluation of your own reality, of what really and truly can be done by the mind, and of what really and truly can be expected from your emotions. Then, the joining of the thoughts and ideas with a desire to carry through these thoughts in a balanced way will harmonize you and will harmonize the external forces around you. In any case, until you have done this analysis, until you have finished with your evaluation, until you know with certainty the ground you are standing on, until you can differentiate between the wanting of your mind and the desires of your emotions, and until you have learned to balance both, you will have to back away from the stronger forces. Well then, what about the stronger force? Where do these situations and circumstances come from? Are these the problems at work, or with the family, with friends, or even with myself? Where do they come from, and why do I have to accept backing away from them? Again, my friend, let's ask for help from our common Creator, from the cosmos, that has provided us with the laws of light to shine on our paths and to help us carry through with our life plans. In this case, what comes to aid us is the law of cause and effect. This law states the following: each cause has its effect, and each effect has its cause. This means that you are the cause of all major situations and events, problems and conflicts with people, work, friends and family that come your way. You are the cause. You have triggered the stronger force, either knowing or not knowing that you did. This is why you have to accept and back away from this force. The root of our problem is that there is a part of us, an impulsive part, the emotional part, the part that is afraid, the part that tends to failure, the part that does not follow the law, the part that does whatever it wants. This part, when we are not awake or aware, when we do not actively control it, causes us to take some action or other. By the law of cause and effect, some effect is going to come back on us. In this case, it will be a strong force. This is why, if at the instant when you find yourself in circumstances or situations of this kind, when a stronger force is coming to confront you, my friend, do not face it. Do not argue. Be humble. Accept the situation and back away from it. Then, just wait. Wait until it weakens. Wait in your new knowledge until this stronger force weakens because of inaction, while you wait and analyze the reason why you came to face this situation. In the exact instant that you know the reason for the triggering of this situation to have happened to you, the reason your conscious or subconscious behavior caused this force to overcome you, at that instant, the force confronting you will weaken. So that is what you have to do. Wait until it weakens. Wait until you have found the reason for it to be there. Then this force will weaken in the same instant that you acknowledge that it is yourself that has caused it, that you know where it came from, and that you have learned an important lesson. From your experience, you can then avoid similar situations in the future by not triggering them yourself. Your subsequent activities will be more confident. You will be able to advance with resolution, with light on your path. The word resolution comes from the root word sun, which is light and reasoning, and which means to decide to do something without making the same mistake again. So back away. Wait. Advance when you know the cause of the situation. This all depends on you, depends on the reasons for your behavior of today, on the causes of your actions. Your actions, good or bad, will inevitably trigger stronger forces, which will come back to you, which themselves would be good or bad according to why you caused them. Back away from a stronger force. Wait until it weakens, and then advance with resolution. This is the principle that could shine on your life for you, but only if sincerely and deeply from the bottom of our heart you decide to accomplish the analysis objectively and impartially. Then, make the adjustments, bringing your inner parts into balance and working as one. This depends on you, right now, while you consider this message. In years past, consciously or unconsciously, you have been the cause of the situations in your life. If your actions have been for the good, you have received your deserved payment for them. If not yet, you will receive them in the future. This is an irrevocable law, just and perfect. All your actions, good and bad, will come back to you as a stronger force in your life. Follow the principle, my companion on the path. Wake up to it, and prepare yourself to acknowledge the stronger forces you encounter. Know the causes and realize the good and the mistakes so you can keep on advancing. But never forget, it is not important who you are, what you do, or how old you are. Know that before you were aware of this principle, both consciously and not, you have acted rightly and wrongly. For the good, you will be paid, and for the bad, you have to prepare yourself to stand in front of their effects. This is the law, a just and blessed law. Without it, our world would be much more chaos than it is today. Thousands of people, my friend, of all ages and from all times, have received this message. Some were prudent, ambitious, and intelligent. They saw the light of this message and decided to work at it by putting it into practice. It is because of their effort that it has arrived to us from past ages. We were able to do it, and we are carrying through with it according to the law by passing this message on to you. What will you do with it? Will it be a message received once and then lost in time? Will you underestimate or overestimate yourself anyway? And will you permit your mental part, the one that overestimates itself, to judge this message badly? Will you permit your emotional part to underestimate your emotional force to carry through with it? As you can see, this is for people who want success. It is for people who want peace and harmony, for people who do not want to harm anything or anybody anymore, neither consciously or otherwise, not to themselves nor to others. It is for people who want to be useful to their world and to their Creator. It is for people who want to wake up from their long sleep. It is for people who want to balance the duality of good and bad. It is for people who can do it. My friend, we know the difficulties that are encountered on the road to this light. Don't let yourself be disappointed by them. Listen to this message 7 times, once a day before going to bed. Then come to your conclusions on the first part. Dear friend, if you paid close attention to the first part of this message for 7 days, and if you meditated and deeply reflected on the law of cause and effect, you must have arrived at your conclusions. Isn't that right? Your conclusion cannot be other than the following. Each time that life puts you in circumstances where you are facing the danger of a stronger force that can strike you down, you must back away and ask yourself, why is this happening? Why am I facing this situation and problem? You must look within yourself for the cause or causes that have triggered this situation, and you must find it. Only when you find it and you accept that you triggered it, and when you decide not to repeat the cause that triggered the situation, then the stronger force will weaken, and you will never have to face it again. The second question you should ask yourself is, has this happened to me in the past? In the past, have I ever been in the face of a stronger force like this one? Why? My friend, these 2 questions about facing a stronger force are your keys in the search for your answers. If you do this with good intentions and full seriousness, something in you will show you the cause. What happens after you have your answer depends on your arrogance or your humbleness, on your desire to get what you want but denying guilt, or if you are humble, sensible, and prudent enough to acknowledge and correct the condition that started it all, then you will be able to advance with resolution. Each and every one of us, my friend, has tendencies like these. Inside of us, in our emotional part, we have these tendencies to make mistakes over and over. The blows we receive for making these mistakes are the ones that one day will bring us to the understanding that behind these mistakes are the lessons that we have to learn, inviting us to correct them. It's not too difficult to rein in our emotional body, bringing it to cooperate consciously with our mind, so as to eliminate the tendencies that lead us to our problems, conflicts, contradictions, and blows. Get a pencil and paper, and during 7 days, once a day, ask yourself these questions. What kind of a problem is repeated over and over in my life? What are the situations, events, or happenings that I am involved with over and over? Which are the blows that I am receiving over and over? Be impartial and objective with yourself. Give a true and honest answer to these questions from deep within you. The light will show you which are the problem causes that are repeated, and you will have your answers. You will know that ever since you had reason, this law has been at work in your life, placing the strong forces before you, so you would look within for their causes. You have paid for many of these already, but there are still a few left to be paid. So knowing the causes that you triggered in the past because of your emotional tendencies, you can now tell which are the effects that resulted. You can also remain alert now to the forces that will be showing up in the future. Again, your analysis will turn on the light in your mind and heart. It will carry you to the discipline and autocorrection you need by being alert and prepared to pay for that which you have done in the past. Now you won't be surprised by the stronger force when it shows up. Will you be able to back away in humbleness before this force? Will you wait until it weakens? Remember, it will not weaken, but will return even stronger over and over until you acknowledge the causes and you decide not to make the same mistake again. Only then will you be able to advance with resolution. The effects could show up in various ways, but the law, which is just and perfect, is magnanimous with those who wait for it and with those who support and defend it. Also, when one knows the law, when one acknowledges that he has to pay, the blow hurts less. My friend, in order that this principle and the law of cause and effect be fixed in your essence and become the normal and daily way for you to face life, that is, to make it a part of yourself, you must start and then continue to work with it. Remember, everything has its fair price. Now, open up a 50-page notebook. Divide it into 4 sections. In the first, write down, my duty with myself. In the second, write, my duty with my neighbor. In the third, my duty with humanity. And in the fourth, my duty with the law, with the cosmos, with the Creator. You must initiate the following plan, which will last many years of your life, and it is as follows. Start creating in a conscious manner causes for the good, causes for harmony, causes for unity, without conflicts or contradictions. Also causes for which the effects are harmony, peace, love, and well-being. Ask yourself the following question. What can and what should I do to lead a harmonious life? What can I start doing today, tomorrow, every other day? Which seed actions can I take so the effects are equal to the seed? Sow causes of care toward your emotional body. They are in need of harmony, beauty, art, balance, and must withdraw from the fear of failure and of itself. You can create causes of clearness, of understanding, of consideration in your mental body, causes of order, and causes of balance. Search, inquire, investigate. Then create, create, create. And then just wait for the results. The sacred law of increased compensation will return to you 100-fold for each seed you plant. Then do the same for your neighbor, for your wife, your friends, your parents, your relatives, your work companions. Start to sow in them, start to induce in them harmonious actions. In a conscious way, make it a goal for them to achieve, to bring out the best part of them. The same will be your duty with humanity. Which causes can you sow? What can you do for your neighborhood, your area in town, for the small world that is humanity to you? This will later compensate you 100 times over. In relation to your duties with your Creator, my friend, you must know you were created for a very specific reason. An intelligent and perfect Creator cannot make a mistake. He cannot create a being without some purpose. There is a purpose to your life. There is a plan. Your Creator is expecting something from you, something that is very real, something that He does not expect from anybody else because you are unique. He has not created any two humans alike. None but you has a combination that you are. If you are aware of this fact, if you search inside of yourself where your Creator resides, and if you do not slack off until you know the reason for your existence, you will find why are you here. Where are you going? And what do you have to do? You can know these things, my friend. This could be the great cause that you could sow. Its effects will show up when you are ready, at the moment when you have learned to obey the laws of your Creator, both for yourself and for the rest of creation. One of the causes you can sow is this message to 7 people you have to choose. It is guaranteed that you will later have much fruit for your labors, fruits of peace, balance, and harmony, which will give you a much better world, a clearer world, a world at peace with your neighbors, your friends, and your family, a world with order. Think of 7 people that, like you, live the effects of long ago causes they don't even suspect, and would like to follow the light, living in peace and harmony also. You can sow this cause. The effects will be light in your life. You would contribute to the illumination of this world and to the mansion of our common Father. Let's think together how much suffering, how many errors, how many problems could be avoided if each and every one of the people that live in your small world could receive and carry through with this message. This message is a chain. We do not know the people that live in your world, but you do. You are already a keeper of this message, and now possess the knowledge of how to use it in your life. Write down the names of 7 people. If you have followed all the instructions, if you understood and have conquered this principle and this law of cause and effect, I assure to you that you will not have any difficulty in transmitting it. They as well will spread it to others, and those others to others, and so on. Do not permit the pessimism that is within you to keep you from this action, nor allow thoughts that there is no one who would understand or be interested in carrying through with this. There are many who, under their outer mannerisms, their looks, under the show of vanity, their pride, the types of people that know it all, people that perhaps are at the beginning, will tell you that they know about it. You will find those who are ready for this message. Be alert. Understand. They are like us. Deep within them is the desire to learn, the need to realize and accept their mistakes, and then to find their correction. So be alert in your effort. Listen patiently to them. Study their external appearances. Then, when you sense they give you their attention, instruct them patiently and with an understanding heart, knowing that inside those bodies there is a spirit that is eager to evolve, a spirit that does not want to fight or receive any more blows from life, that would anxiously receive the help offered. If you are aware, if you are alert, you will be effective. You will be preparing a better world. Nor will you talk nonsense again like the person down at the coffee shop criticizing the mistakes of this world. No, you will not have the time for this, for any criticism. You will be, either a man or woman, a doer. You will be a person capable of changing circumstances in your world and of that around you. You will stop being the type of person that only criticizes and creates conditions to receive more blows. My friend, being that we ourselves have thrown dirt in the past, now we have to clean up this world of our making. It is also in your hands to get it dirtier and live in filth if that is your desire. But with this principle, you have the possibility to start your cleaning. And what is of most importance, not mess up your world ever again. You can make of your life either heaven or hell. You choose. In this moment, you are awake and alert, and you know you have free will, so you can decide. We have done so before. Now it is your turn. You can too. You can. When we did these principles, we doubted at first as to our capabilities, thinking we wouldn't be able to understand and carry through with the actions, nor be able to transmit the material to others. In my own situation, I even thought that in order to retransmit these teachings, I would have to turn myself into a radio broadcaster and would need to go to a university to learn how to give speeches. But one day I understood that if I can talk, well or not, that if I try to transmit this to someone, and this someone is like me, a human being with problems and happiness, with struggles and a will to evolve, this person would understand me and would not criticize me for my presentation. First, we were willing to try. Then we learned. Then we dared. Venture it, my friend. It is your life. It is not the life of somebody else. I know that we are used to receiving the blows life dishes out. Even further, our pessimistic side has turned us into hard and thick-skinned people that can receive many blows and not feel them very much. We wake up in the morning and are not surprised anymore when we start receiving them. But deep inside of us we say, enough, enough. The time to do something about it is now. Now is the time to act, to build up the courage and the enthusiasm needed, to get the strength and move forward with it. The cosmic teachers will guide you step by step, as they have guided all that were willing to progress and advance, as a mother would help a child when he wants to do homework, as you would help anybody willing to try. I trust in you, my friend. I trust in your kindness. I trust in the creative spark that vibrates in you. I trust your knowing how to do this. Read this message, listen to this message as many times as you want, and do not forget that the key parts are that the idea, the emotion, and your action, your mind, the heart, and the body have to function all together. Never do anything against your emotions. Never do anything against your mind, for it will bring conflict, and then the stronger force will arrive. Collect the other principles because they are closely related to the law of cause and effect. Make this the most important matter in your life. Make this your primary goal. If you do this, you will make it.